the Amber Heard trial has been like my guilty little pleasure that I peek in on the other every day. Really,
she seems monstrous.
Oh, the Johnny Depp Amber.
Yeah. The defamation suit, man. I don't know if I'm qualified to like bring you up to date, but it just seems every time that I catch a clip, it's Johnny Depp looking like a saint, and Amber Heard looking like she's acting and like being fake pouty and trying to be too pretty to find guilty, and she's almost doing it. By the way, like it's a good thing I'm not the judge. I'd side with her every time. She's just so good looking. She's hard to like look at.
That is how you determine guilt.
It is. Unfortunately for her, the judge is a woman, I think, in this case. That or a very odd looking man. I'm not sure. And but no, it's gone Johnny's way. Like all these witnesses that come forward, like make Johnny Depp seem they're supposed to, granted, but they're not making up the stories they're telling. Like that guy who was like, I was selling art on eBay for $100, $200, and Johnny saw some of my art, and I thought he wanted to buy something when he got back in touch with me, but he said no. I want to put you in an art studio that you can live and do nothing but make art until you have enough to have an art gallery show. And then we're going to have that. And I'm going to throw it. And I'm going to invite all my Hollywood movie friends. And they're going to buy your art. And I don't want anything except for you to succeed in life as an artist. And they're like, and what did you say? He's like, I said yes.
Yeah.
He's like, don't imagine a crappy apartment. This is like an Art Deco building, 15 stories. It's a multi-million-dollar place I'm in right now. I don't do anything but what I love. Mr. Depp did that for me. Like, it's like, and every witness they bring up is like, yeah, Johnny's just such a good guy. And she's sitting over there shitting in people's beds. It doesn't look good.
Even the bad stuff. They're like, after she cut your finger off, did you want cocaine? He's like, yes, I did. Yeah, it sounded pretty reasonable, really. I don't know how fun coke is.
He deserves a little bit of cocaine after all that.
Yeah.
She should have bought him some.
It doesn't look. It's like it didn't. They say cut off, but it got smushed real bad at the end, and it's all mangled up, and it didn't heal right, or there wasn't enough to like put on right. There's a picture somewhere of it kind of mangled. I don't even know if we should show it. It's pretty gory.
I've seen it, but it's a real deal fucking injury. Like it's a go to the hospital level.
There is audio of her saying, "No one will believe you because you're a man."
I mean, she was right up until indisputable
until they
evidence
played the audio of her saying, "No one will believe you because you're a man." And
no one believed him because he was the man until the audio of that. Exactly.
People still don't believe him, even though she's there saying, "No one will believe you because you're a man." And they're like, "That's right, we won't." But you understand that she said, "Yeah, she said it. She's a man." Like, there are people who still won't believe, but man, it's I really hope he wins. I hope he bankrupts her, and I wish that they would take that movie away from her and give it to literally anyone else. Yeah, I don't like Pirates of the Caribbean, but I feel bad that the dude doesn't get to like cash in on those stupid movies anymore and make his 10-20 million.
I think he doesn't want to.
I
heard him say he absolutely refused to make any more.
Because they turned their back on him when she came out against him and fired him from the movie. He's like, they can't get me back now.
Oh,
it's that kind of
I
thing.
didn't understand that kind of. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that changes things. Yeah, well, it seems like he's doing okay for money.
Oh, he'll be okay. But he lost a lot of money, and that he'll because of what she did to him.
Is there a difference between having 50 million and 100 million?
Yeah, 50 million.
Yeah, about $50 million.
Well, no, like there's a big difference between having 1 million and 5. There's a big difference between having 5 and 10. We start to get into areas that I can hardly like imagine. Like 50 million, you won't run out, right?
Johnny would probably say, "But think of all the good I could do with 100 million." He seems like a fucking philanthropist. It's not like he's sitting around like buying another jet ski. Like I don't know why.
That's what I would be doing.
Yeah, like an extravagant $8,000 purchase. He's not doing things like that.
At 50 million,
that was
all the jet skis you want.
I think I went to that.
Johnny Depp's out there buying ping pong tables
with good paddles.
And Lacoste shirts. Yeah. He's out there ordering prime rib like a king.
I think I went to that because I think of a jet ski as a huge waste of money.
I would never own one, but I have never had more fun on the lake than when I was like 12 and like my dad's friend let me drive a jet ski around.
Have you been watching the Johnny Depp Amber Heard like trial go on?
Oh, I've been seeing terrible biased headlines. Lay it out for us, Kyle.
Well, I can't lay it out per se. I mean, she's clearly the guilty party here. She's the one who abused him, and he never did anything at all.
Tell me the backstory.
Is the backstory like I remember everybody was like, we hate Johnny Depp because he's like a dick, and then like now there's because I remember that whole bandwagon, and then there's evidence later that like she was actually making it up or something like that.
Yeah, well, he recorded her. He recorded her, and she's like, "Yeah, I made it all up. You cracked the code, didn't you, Johnny? You're so smart. You figured it out that it was a big fake. No shit, I made it up." And it's like they're playing this in court while Johnny Depp sits there like, "Told you." And then then they play the other tape where she's like, "I did not punch you, you pussy. I hit you. I hit you, and you took it like you're supposed to. Okay, you were the bigger person, but I was not punching you. I was hitting you." He's like, and you can hear him like, "You were hitting me in the face. I had to leave because you were assaulting me." Oh, big baby. And it's just like, oh my God, she's the worst. And then he describes like the situation where she cut off the tip of his finger.
Yeah, she like threw a bottle at him and it severed
like
the tip of his finger.
It lost, and then like in examination, they're like, "When you're at the hospital, did you ask for cocaine?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Thought I'd give it a go.
How was a little bit of a part of that trial at all? Anyways, the reason why we're here, she cut off my finger, and yes, I wanted cocaine. That has nothing to do with whether or not she did
after she mutilated me?
Yeah.
Well, it seems like, but I remember as that was happening too.
Part.
Oh, go ahead.
The best part, I guess, like the situation must have been that they were feuding, and maybe she was about to go on some trip. You know, they're cohabitating. And anyway, long story short, she shat in his bed. She took a shit in his bed. A turd was laid in his bed. And like people came over and they were like, "Oh my God, Amber shit in your bed." And they're like, "Are you sure it's not a dog?" And they're like, "No, that's people's shit. Amber did that." And like, and now this is part of the record because like they're going back and forth. And Amber, I think I didn't see this part of the trial. I'm not sure that it exists, but I was told that there was a part where like she is like, "No, that was dog poo." And they're like, "Absolutely, it was not dog poo. I saw the poo. It did not come out of a dog."
That is such an alpha move to like shit in someone's bed. That is fucking insane. Hats off to her. By the way, at what point during like an abusive relationship, like if a woman's like hitting you, cutting off your finger or whatever, like when can he just be like, "Yeah, it was at that point where I fucking socked her right in the throat. I haymakered her right in the side of the head."
Never.
Like, at what point does the court go like, "All right, like you have like documentation that this lady's fucking insane, and we're gonna believe that this was probably self-defense."
I think the answer is pretty clear because Johnny never touched her, and yet he is on trial right now.
Is he on trial?
Okay, yeah.
Is that?
I think it's a defamation lawsuit. That's what they're in trial with right now. But
I
still think after he had the mountain of evidence, he should have fucking had one physical retaliation. Yeah,
I think
that should be the justice. Yeah, it'd be like you have to go to jail for a year.
Acid her.
Oh,
that is more cost sensitive.
The whole point is it's like it's your personal vengeance. That's why I never get people that hire hitmen. It's like if I want someone dead, like obviously I would do it.
The point of hiring a hitman is not the joy; it's getting away with it.
Well, there's no
but
joy
then
in
there's
getting
another
away with
person.
it if you didn't get to.
Well, that person's dead, and you have an alibi.
It's like hiring someone else to steal something, and then you don't even get it in the end. You know, it's like go steal that VCR for me, and then go bring it home and watch it. Or
I
whatever.
disagree. I think if I could hire, if you told me, Woody, you pull off the murder, but you have to you're the likely suspect. You have to somehow prove that it's not you. Or I hire someone and I most likely get away with it because I'd be like, "It wasn't me. Everyone saw me. I was at the arcade."
What if
you were? All right, Mr. Woodward, we have a whole lot more.
This happened in 1985, Kyle.
I was at Blockbuster, and it's like,
fuck.
Was it Blockbuster?
He said he was at the arcade. Oh, I sent this to you guys. I know Woody saw it, but it's that thing from the Johnny Depp trial where he had like texted one of his friends for like proof against her. And he wrote this paragraph to his friend where he's talking. So it's
Johnny Depp wrote this paragraph.
Yes, and the lawyer reads it out verbatim in court, and it's so mean and filthy and hilarious. I'm gonna find it. I got
dude. It's great. Yeah, like
is he totally vindicated now?
In there.
I think that this little thing I saw is part of a larger thing that makes Johnny Depp look pretty imperfect.
Mm-hmm.
But he's so charismatic and he owns it. Do you want to play this? Let's play it.
Oh, I'd love to play it.
Let's roll the dice and hope that we can actually watch this fucking thing.
It's pretty short. You said.
Do you have a link for Zach?
Oh, I'm sorry. I will get a link. I was looking for a link for the text. I was gonna read it, but
that'd be good too. That would be
who read it?
Even better than that. Let's all
Johnny
close
Depp?
our eyes and imagine it.
Yeah, who does the best Johnny Depp impression here? Probably Taylor.
I don't
Read
know
it in his voice.
Like. What does he sound like? I only know he was
He's
like
very soft spoken
in Pirates of the Caribbean. Damn, I guess I always thought I liked Johnny Depp. I guess I don't know a lot of what movies he's in. I liked him in Pirates of the Caribbean when I was in high school and those were coming out.
Okay, I've got it. And I believe, again, this is Johnny Depp like texting his friend because I think he needs some like text messages from him to help him during this whole debacle. She's begging for total global humiliation. She's going to get it. I'm going to need your texts about San Francisco, brother. I'm even sorry to ask, but she sucked Mollusk's crooked dick and he gave her some shitty lawyers. I have no mercy, no fear, and not an ounce of emotion or what I once thought was love for this gold-digging, low-level, dime-a-dozen, mushy, pointless, dangling, overused, flappy fish market. I'm so fucking happy she wants to go to fight this out. She will hit the wall hard, and I cannot wait to have this waste of a cum guzzler out of my life. I met a fucking sublime little Russian here, which made me realize the time I blew on that 50-cent stripper. I wouldn't touch her with a goddamn glove. I can only hope that karma kicks in and takes the gift of breath from her. Sorry, man, but now I will stop at nothing. Let's see if Mollusk has a pair. Come see me face to face. I'll show him things he's never seen before, like the other side of his dick when I slice it off.
Do you have the end?
That's it. Oh, well, the end is Mr. Depp is that accurate? And he goes, yeah, that's pretty much right.
Yeah. Sometimes Johnny Depp does shit like he congratulates them for reading well. Like, did you call him a crooked cum guzzler? And he's like, yes, that was well read. It kills me.
Well, he's a charismatic, likable guy, and that paragraph makes me like him so much more because that's
I thought it was going to be damning, but that actually wasn't that bad at all. Like that was no. It was clear he was very pissed off at this woman, but like
the best part,
he's sprinkling jokes into it. He's not furious.
She's sitting there. The camera's on her while this is being read. Like calling her a flappy fish market or whatever. And no, I don't know a lot about Johnny Depp's personal life because I think he's always kept that very private. He seems like a real private, soft-spoken kind of dude. It seems like what he's really into is like getting real high with his buddies who are like his age group, fucking women, and like music and art and stuff. Like every time I've learned more about it from this thing because obviously they're calling character witnesses, right? People who are like forced now to testify. What's Johnny Depp like? And the one that really stuck with me was that artist who like was selling art on eBay for like $100, $200 a painting. And Johnny Depp was like, I don't want to buy any of your art. I want to put you in an art studio so that you can create art. And I'm going to put you in the studio and I want you to start creating art. And I'm going to start putting together an art show for you with all of my rich friends. And when you've got enough art to do a full show, living in my art studio, like being supported by me, then we will take that art and you will sell that art to all my rich friends and you will keep all the money. How does that sound? And they were like, did you take the deal? And he's like, yeah. Yeah. He's like, you don't understand. Like the building this is like Art Deco, right? This is like, like this guy starts describing like how pimped out this place Johnny Depp has put him in. He's like, you don't understand. And like I don't know, every time I see him like dressed up in the fucking Pirates thing with those like sick kids and stuff. And sometimes you see that when someone has like gotten in trouble, but Johnny's never been in trouble. Like this is the first time we've ever heard any sort of nonsense like this. They brought up that Kate Moss thing, and his lawyer was like, yes, she brought it up. Now we get to address it. Because like even
I don't know
that
what the Kate Moss thing is.
I think that Amber Heard was suggesting that maybe Johnny had pushed a model named Kate Moss down some stairs at one point years back. But her bringing that up, like opened that up to like cross-examination or something. However, the silly rules of court work. It's been really fun. I saw the TMZ guy clap back at Amber Heard's lawyer. Because she was saying like, so this is kind of like your 15 minutes of fame, huh? Like being here today. And he's like, no, I'm here of my own accord. I could say the same about you taking Amber Heard as a client. And she's like, that's argumentative. He's like, no, I just think it. And he like kept his cool so well. And she was like, I think that's argumentative. And he goes, no, I think it's logical. And it was just like, oh, get the TMZ guy on the defense team.
Oh, was that guy on the pro team?
He was from TMZ, and I think he was being interviewed about, maybe some of the, I don't know exactly what. I just saw the ending clip, but they've called so many fucking witnesses in this thing, and it's been hours and hours of testimony. I don't watch it. I watch the clips.
How did this become public? Not the.
Why are the cameras there?
Televised, yeah. Do we know?
My guess is that many circumstances like this could be televised, but nobody cares enough, so they don't.
I see. So it's basically it's not illegal to do so. So most of these cases don't have enough, because I mean the Rittenhouse stuff was televised too, right? But you don't see this a lot otherwise. You don't see.
It might have been on the state as well. Like I really don't know the answer, but it has to be one of those things, right? It has to either depend on the state or like maybe it's something that could happen, because O.J. Simpson was televised, right?
Yeah.
It's the good ones that are televised, to be fair, right? It is good TV. I can still remember being a little kid at my grandmother's, and she watched the O.J. Simpson trial religiously. My mom wasn't into it. We didn't watch it at home. But when I was with my grandmother, it was like, it's on. It's on. Let's watch. I remember watching hours and hours of that O.J. Simpson trial. And like there was this sort of like, everyone knew he was guilty. And in my 6-year-old circle or whatever I was at the time. So like to me, it was just like, oh, that bad man killed that lady, and they're gonna get to the bottom of this. And then they got to the end, and like I think that was the first time in my life that I saw that like bad guys win sometimes, and like and we all reacted the same, because I'm like looking up at like grown-ups, and they're all just like, but the DNA and the blood, and I don't know what DNA means, but I'm just like, yeah, it just kind of seemed like that bad man killed her. I thought too.
Like that bad man.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was working in a cubicle environment at the time, and someone turned on like a transistor radio, and this is a call center. Everybody stopped working. Everyone stopped working and listened to the verdict get announced, and we were shocked that he got off. It was I'll never forget the experience. The call centers don't go silent, right? They're just jibber jabber. It's like a cafeteria almost until the OJ verdict was announced. And I guess he had an excuse for everything. I can't believe the glove thing. Like it was like kabuki theater. I think that's what it's called. He has a latex glove on. This would be like a nurse would wear. Everyone knows what a latex glove is. And then he's going to put his designer gloves on top of the latex glove. And he's trying to make it look like it doesn't fit. Well, it doesn't, because he has a latex glove under it. It also doesn't because he's like holding his hand big and wide and stuff.
You bend your palm a little. You like flex. Like watch how much bigger my hand gets when I just flex.
Yeah. He did what you do to make your hand not fit in a glove. While wearing a latex glove under it. And I was like, am I the only one that sees this? He's pretending his glove doesn't fit.
At the time that was happening, I'm sure everyone was like, but he's wearing a glove. Like, what the fuck? Like, you wouldn't know because there's no social media, but I'm sure like the inner communication of people.
There's no way to look at that other than a huge failure on the part of the LA DA, if that's who did it. I don't know if it was LA. It may have been that little community they were in, whatever it's called. You have to put the blame squarely on Marcia Clark and that other prosecutor. Like it was their case to win or lose, and they lost it.
Yeah, they had all the evidence. Like everything was lined up for them to do it. And I'm told that typically the prosecutor is better than the defense attorney. That defense attorney. That's the normal state of affairs. The prosecutor is just like a higher level of attorney. I don't know. There's fewer of those jobs, I think. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. But this was the rare inverse of that, where the defense attorneys were just much better than the prosecutor.
Oh yeah. Well, you get that where you've got really rich defendants as well. Obviously, it's like Johnny Cochran was the man for that, and it wasn't just Johnny. He had a whole team of people. There's a whole team of those motherfuckers over there.
What a hero!
Have you guys seen the Jesus, the one with Cuba Gooding Jr. the mini series?
Radio? No,
about OJ.
Oh,
not really.
No, I haven't seen that.
No.
Radio is hysterical.
It is funny.
Okay, so I highly recommend the OJ Simpson miniseries. I think they did it on FX, and you've got David Schwimmer, which is Ross from Friends, as Kardashian, and you've got Cuba Gooding Jr. plays OJ, and Marcia, the lady that plays Marcia Clark, she's also in a lot of the American Horror Story stuff. She looks a lot like Marcia Clark and does a phenomenal job. Even the guy that got to play Ito looks like Judge Ito, and I think it's 6 or 7 episodes. It's excellent. It's so good. I'm surprised you guys haven't seen it. It's OJ Simpson. What's it called? I thought it was called The People versus OJ.
Oh, I've scrolled past that on Netflix, I think.
It's really fucking good. Like if you watch the first episode, you'll be hooked. I mean, you know how it ends, right? But still, like learning how they got there is fascinating. OJ Simpson, American Crime Story. That's the one with Cuba. Okay. Didn't Cuba Gooding Jr. recently get some sexual assault stuff?
No. Kevin Spacey did. Did Cuba Gooding Jr. also?
Yeah, I think they got Cuba. I think he got Me Too'd.
By who?
Or him also'd, however you want to put it.
Him also'd.
What did Kevin Spacey get? What happened? I read that he got in trouble today.
That's good.
Does anyone know?
I think that maybe some of the older charges are just like coming back around. Legal stuff is so confusing. It seems like they get to take 2 or 3 whacks at people sometimes on one thing.
Yeah. Seems like everyone who accused Kevin Spacey is dying.
Well,
have you seen that?
You know what that tells me? That tells me that lying is bad for your health.
That is a way to look at it. Or it could be that Kaiser Sose is taking people out to keep his identity under wraps.
The alleged incidents took place in London between March 2005 and August 2006, with one in Western England in 2013. Why did they just say between 5 and 13? Okay. So all the victims were in their 30s and 40s. Yep.
Stuff we don't care about. Plus, we don't do it. It's dude. It's people. He literally flirted with a guy my age, and that's what the charges are about.
Dude, if Cuba Gooding Jr. sexually harassed you, Kyle, I would be on your side.
Sexual assault is not the same as flirting.
Kevin Spacey couldn't sexually assault a grown man if he wanted to.
But he did, and that shows what commitment can get you.
There's no way that man can sexually assault anybody. What did he do? He penetrated them forcibly? No way. There's no way Kevin Spacey can penetrate me.
He's not a good enough wrestler.
He's
not.
Not.
Remember? I don't believe he would penetrate you for. Do you remember that psychopathic video he released like right after one of his accusers died, and he pretended to be Frank Underwood, and he's like, "You need to be careful not to be throwing words around that are scurrilous and dangerous to those who otherwise might, I would say, take action against you." Now, I'm just a simple man. I'm not entirely sure what kind of threats that kind of thing is what he did, and everyone was like,
he had his henchman from the show. Remember the guy with the bald head? What if that actor had been there with him, like cracking his knuckles?
No, but the actor only starts cracking his knuckles. He stands up from below the counter, and then he starts wipes his mouth and then cracks his knuckles.
See, that was the Secret Service agent that he was banging. I'm talking about his right hand man.
You're talking about Dougie.
Dude, I love Doug. Doug was a cool ass character. I very cool character. That was
he was good.
Fuck. He needed his own show.
Heroin addict, alcoholic. He was something.
He had that problem with women, and I think that he was trying to stay away from alcohol because he was one drink was going to send him into crazy mode off the rails. You ever known anyone who's actually like that, who like is such an alcoholic or an addict that like if they get a drop, then that's going to lead to a drink, and a drink is a bottle, and a bottle's a case, and now they're going to have to get in the car like drunk on a case of beer and like drive to get more, and if anybody gets in their way, it's going to go crazy. Like do those people exist?
Yeah, I don't know anyone like that. I have, when I used to go off-roading, people would drink a case by the campfire. A case
over the course of a day?
No, that night. Like after dinner, they would have a case of beer.
Like 12?
24.
That's 24 beers, huh?
Yeah.
That seems like an impossible.
That's a huge amount of liquid.
I haven't done a lot of like hanging out with people who are alcoholics, but yeah, I try to stay away from them. But especially people who drink like that because they get violent around campfires. But that seems like an enormous amount of beer to me.
That's a lot to get through a case on your own.
That seems exhausting to get through.
Like the amount of pissing you'd be doing would be uncomfortable.
It's not the pissing. It's actually the air. You get bloated from it, from like that.
All the carbonation.
How much carbonation?
Was it not a case? Is that an impossible number? That's how I remember it.
No,
it's an alcoholic type number for an evening by the lake. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they weren't drinking like on the lake throughout the day. They were like at night, like come to crack open my 24 pack and get to work.
You would, when there were beers during the day too. When they off-roaded, they'd bounce. And like,
no, the guy who drinks a case at night abstains in the day. I don't know. He's like, never a drink a drop never goes past these lips before 5 p.m. Now, taste of Milwaukee.
All right, it was a dumb question.
So you do this every Wednesday, right? Or not every Wednesday. Sorry. You do this every week. So have you guys talked about the Amber Heard stuff yet?
Oh, I really don't know that. I haven't followed it.
Not the verdict.
I know that Johnny Depp won, but I don't know anything.
Well, she won too.
No.
She
lost about as hard as she could have.
She won $2 million. You guys
but it was like, I think it was the worst win in the world.
Take it out of the 15 you owe me, bitch.
I think it was the worst win in the world because at the very least, if she would have lost everything, she could have gone out and said like, well, look, I got screwed by the courts. They didn't listen to anything. I didn't even get a fair case. But now that you took a little bit of bite out of her bark by that, like, well, they awarded you some. You had some legitimate points, but yeah, I think it would have looked better for her, like just from an outside perspective, if she'd lost on everything, because at least then she could say she got fucked by the courts or whatever. But yeah,
her net worth is negative $6 million.
Yeah, she doesn't have the money. She doesn't have the money to pay.
She'll absolutely have the money. If anybody's out there with a hate, because people, she could probably start a GoFundMe tomorrow.
Oh, I'd love that.
You think that'd be hilarious? I'm not sure it'll do as well as you say it will. I feel like her winning $2 million and losing 15 is the day you will remember this as the day you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow.
So Johnny Depp is off the hook.
Well, there was no hook. He was suing her for defamation. He was saying that shit.
I don't know fuck about what's going on.
She like right in the heart of the Me Too thing. She and her friends got together and faked this whole thing with
I did know about that.
With makeup and performances and police calls and stuff like that. And then she like had this op-ed that she posted in the Wall Street, whatever the fuck it was. They said it 8 times yesterday during the thing, and I can't remember what paper it is now. But she basically called him out without saying his name, and he's like, "Oh, those 4 or 5 statements are all defamatory," and so he sued her in civil court for that and won $13 million. I think he sued for 50 and came out with 15 or something like that. Like
which you'll never see.
I don't know about that. I don't know how that works. But,
so technically he won 1 count for 10 million.
Yeah.
And then I wish I could remember the name for this. There was a second count that they awarded him for 5 million, but the statutory max for that is actually like 350K. So technically the judge adjusted that down. His overall winnings were 10 million. It was like 10.3 million, but then she won 2 million. So overall the balance to him is going to be, it's 8.3 million, I think is what his overall win is. But yeah.
Do you think she'll have to pay it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's the
judgment.
They're
going to garnish her future wages, assuming she has them.
Yeah, like you have to pay. It's a judgment in court, right? Yeah, unless they appeal and win or something. Yeah,
I don't know if there's any getting out of it. Like
she came out and like made a statement, and it was basically the same statement that she's just lost in court for, and so people are like, "Is he crazy enough to do it? Could he sue her for her post court statements? Could he say those are defamatory?" And like, she copy pasted some of the stuff she said in the original statement, like something about, this was a day where women voices were silenced in the night like candles in the wind, whatever, like bleeding heart. She said something like that about.
So she knows she lost justly, and now she's lashing out. This is actually about women.
Yeah. Oh, she's hidden behind that the whole time. It's been about women being silenced.
Is this what her statement? Okay, I'll read it for people.
I think my favorite headline was, I don't think it was Vice. It was some other publication where it was like, Amber Heard's loss is a dangerous signal for black women everywhere.
Yeah, I saw it.
What does that mean? That she's going to be so mad she's going to take it out on him?
Oh, it's from the Amber Heard verdict sends a message to black women everywhere. Because if white women are losing, imagine how bad it's going to be for black women. Like, Jesus Christ.
Damn, that's full bore retard. Yeah. That is a ridiculous thing to think.
Well, I'd like that. Yeah, that's a good one. No,
if this liar can't get away with it, this means that people who tell the truth won't. It's like,
I didn't really follow the trial, other than like occasionally there'd be a really funny bit where someone did something silly on the witness stand or Johnny reacted. I caught like 10 of those, but I didn't really follow it. I'm glad he won. He seems like a genuinely like nice guy, as nice as like a lifelong celebrity Hollywood actor can be, right? Like, wow.
Nice. Yeah. Not a perfect guy, but like,
I mean, his flaws seem to be like,
he does seem like a weirdo.
I like to like, there was one part, I wish I could remember exactly. Like they were like, and is that the point where you poured a 1 liter glass of wine? And he was like, I thought it was going to be necessary. like he found a liter of wine was going to be necessary to deal with her that night. Like, and then his text message where he calls her like a floppy lipped fish house or whatever, fish market or something like all that.
Some cocaine involved too. And
he likes to
and
party.
He just like he owned it completely. Like, did you do cocaine? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, anyone can tell by looking at Johnny Depp. He loves cocaine.
Someone was like, and it wasn't a whole bag of cocaine. He's like, well, you got to keep it in something. Like, what do you think? We just have handfuls of cocaine, like blowing in the wind?
It was a wheelbarrow. What are you, retarded? Like,
that kind of stuff was really charismatic, right?
Yeah.
Like he didn't die. It was in a whole bag. He didn't. You got to keep it in something. He's like, yeah, a bag is not a unit of measurement. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, he's a professional actor. If anyone knows how to present themselves in a way that's endearing to the general public, it would be them.
I mean, she failed at it. She came off as it was difficult.
What was she in? I don't remember her from any movies.
She's in the
no, she's a major actress.
Most recently, she's in the Aquaman movie. That's the one that the fans have been trying to like get taken away from her for a while.
I don't understand the third picture, but anyway,
the main guy in Shogun, Kyle. I just happened to scroll by something from Discussing Film. They have a check, so they probably discuss film pretty often. Hiroyuki Sanada, the main actor, said that he had conditions before he would sign on to Shogun, and that one of them was, if you don't hire Japanese actors for a Japanese role, I won't be involved in the project.
Fuck yeah.
And so him doing that is probably a big reason they didn't fucking Netflix it up with a bunch of like ridiculous nonsense that pulls you out of the story.
And for those who,
yes, a ton.
I would have said Disney it up, but that probably works.
Disney too. Look at our black, like Johnny Depp's going to be a black woman now. Like I guess that'll go over well.
Johnny Depp is,
the historical character of Jack Sparrow.
So Disney wouldn't stand with Johnny after Amber Heard pooped in his bed and told those lies on him. So then when Johnny was vindicated in his trial, Disney approached Johnny Depp, and I don't remember the number to come back, but it was like tens of millions. And so
hundreds of millions.
Could have been. Disney doesn't give a fuck. They'll make a whole new trilogy. Well, anyway, I guess Johnny Depp didn't want to do it, or they didn't come to terms. But now it's a black lady pirate.
Oh, good.
I mean, I don't really care about that one as much. Like,
I hate the. Yeah. I'm being honest. I hate those fucking movies. And the very first one, they do this thing where like the bad guys are kidnapping the Keira Knightley or whoever the fuck it is. And one of them gets hit in the head with a pan, and they put in that cartoony sound effect that goes dong. And I checked immediately out. I'm like, this is fucking playground movie. Yeah. I don't want to see this kid's movie.
It's a movie for kids.
Yeah.
I loved it in middle school.
Toy Story's more adult than that. Toy
Story's another great movie. But yeah, I really don't care about that one. I just don't like when they're doing a historical thing or it already has established lore. Like a show about Japanese history. If there's a bunch of white and black guys running around, that takes you out of it.
Well, there are. All right, so that's the thing. So there were white guys historically, and it's about the white guys.
As long as it's historical.
It is. So the main character, the white guy character, is I looked him up. They called him the White Samurai or something. So I'm looking forward to learning more about him, like
Tom
historically.
Cruise.
Not Tom Cruise. I was joking about how stupid that movie was last night. I'm like, at least when Keanu had that movie where he became a samurai, like Keanu's half Japanese.
Dude,
like,
Tom Cruise got fucked up by that Gatling gun at the end.
He's not even tall. Like you would think, like, oh, the white samurai, the big tall guy, like he'll show him what for. No, it's Tom Cruise, so he's like he's shorter than they are.
He was a horrible representative for us.
I mean, they all die at the
tall
end.
guy.
Yeah, they all fucking get
yeah, if there was a white samurai running around and that's part of the story, then of course it's fine to have.
It's scary as fuck. In a show where you think your main character could die at any time, and it's when he's in a tense situation, it's genuinely tense. It's like that for the white guy. I'm 2 episodes in. I never know when they're going to kill this guy, and I'm going to have to just lose him as a character because he's literally getting pissed on. He's getting beaten and tortured and imprisoned. There's a scene where they don't speak English, but he speaks Portuguese, and they've got Japanese people who speaks Portuguese. So they've got like 2 different interpreters, one to interpret and one to make sure the interpreter's telling the truth. Mm-hmm. and it's fun because the Englishman's talking to this Catholic priest who he despises because he's a Protestant. He's like, you won't tell them what the fuck I'm saying. You won't be honest with them. And he looks over at the Japanese guy and he's like, well, he's cursing a lot, but he doesn't believe I'm going to represent him honestly. Like he's legitimately being honest about it. And it's hilarious because the English guy is just, you're a piece of shit. You're a fucking asshole. What's the word for enemy? He tells him, he goes, enemy. Like he's ripping it right away, like rips one of the Catholic priest's crosses off and his rosary. He's like stomping it in the dog shit and stuff. He's like letting the Japanese know that he's a Protestant. He's from a different place and he's got English secrets to tell him. So I'm real into that show. But they boiled a man alive, like I said. So the stakes are high.
Do you feel the same way about the show as you did when you first saw Game of Thrones?
Oh, well, see, that's a hard question because there was already a couple seasons of Game of Thrones out. So right away, I was able
You knew that it was good, yeah.
To get like multiple episodes in. What I would say about Shogun is the production value seems very high to me. When they cut people's the special effects and the fights and stuff, there haven't been a ton of swordplay, but there's been maybe a dozen killings with swords. And then again, that man who boiled, all that shit looks good. There's a big like 1600s era pirate ship at one point, and as far as I could tell, it was a real fucking boat. Like I never even questioned whether that was a real boat we were interacting with. Everything's the costumes are like excellent. Like when you see the rich people, you're like, damn, that does look nice. That's how a pimp rolled in 1600s Japan. Look at that shit with all those layers, and he like sits down cross-legged and like flicks his fucking robes out and shit. Everybody's very stylish. So I like all that. I like all the sets. Like I said, it looks like they've spent some money on it. And I just appreciate all of that. I think the attention to detail is real important. And like I said, I've just been trying to escape like propaganda. Like I don't want any messaging. I just want a good show, a drama where I don't feel like I'm being like talked down to or tried to be shown an allegory to represent modern struggles. We're in this modern world. I watch CNN.
Exactly.
I'm trying to escape that. Take me away to a magical realm where it doesn't matter who wins the election. And I don't care who Dark Brandon is.
Yeah. A lot of writers just see their work that are seemingly based on what Netflix, Hulu, and a lot of them do is just like, oh, it's not about being entertaining. It's about this being a vehicle for what I like.
It's the message. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, what do I want to make this story into? And it's like, well, it's a story about Vikings. So can it be about Vikings? Like, can that be it? Like, please.
Dude, I always say, like, it's funny to me that nobody still wants to make the story of that guy who like escaped from slavery and became a Union officer and captured like a Confederate boat of some kind and sailed it north and gave it to the Union and like maybe became like a senator or something. Like that's a real African American, like who did the crazy. So why do we have to make a Pirates of the Caribbean? You've already got like a cool hero guy to make a historical show about where everybody would be black. All the main characters would be black.
No, they want Johnny Depp.
Yeah, they do. No, well, they don't need Johnny Depp anymore.
Yeah, I guess they don't. They want a new Johnny Depp.
I've always thought Johnny Depp was so fucking weird looking, dude. Like he seems like a genuinely nice guy, but man, he's odd looking fellow, huh?
Yeah,
he was a little odd looking, but I liked him in those movies. Like, okay, I haven't seen the Pirates of the Caribbean movies since I was like in middle school, but I remember really liking how well he played like a stumble drunk guy.
The first three, because that's him. Yeah, the first three are pretty good. I think that's sort of like, for me, that was every Marvel movie up until Endgame, and then there's nothing after that. In my mind.
I thought he was just a weird guy until the Amber Heard trial, and then I watched so much of it that I really came to like almost love Johnny Depp as a human being. He is he's just a cool guy. He's not ashamed of his vices or his lifestyle. No. He is just like a pure being, and I'm sure being filthy rich and internationally famous allows you to flow like that. Mm-hmm. And so good for him. But I remember there's this clip of him volunteering his time at a children's hospital. I think the kids are dying. And at the time, like, I think Amber had thrown that bottle and chopped off his finger. And so the tip of his finger's gone. And this little girl goes, "What happened to your finger?" And he's making up a silly lie about like what happened to his finger. And it's fucking sad because that crazy lady attacked him. That's what happened to his finger. And they were trying to smear him, that's where Johnny keeps his drugs. And he's like, "Yes, that's my drug bag. Yeah, that's where I keep them." He was just straightforward about, druggy bag. That's what I call it. He was just so straightforward and honest when they're like, "Had you done more than one glass of alcohol?" Well, once you open the bottle, he was just smooth every step of the way, like just clearly unashamed of the fact that I smoke, I do drugs, I smoke cigarettes, I drink alcohol, sometimes to excess. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Sometimes, if I'm having a jam session. It's like,
I mean, while everyone's like, well, I mean, he's jamming, he's
I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Let him get leaked up.
And it was, and people on social media were literally like, "Man, I love this guy." And you gotta imagine the jurors, at least some of them, were like, "This guy's so fucking cool."
So I didn't watch any of it.
You didn't watch any of it?
Not even.
I was plugged in.
I had
doo-dooed in his bed.
Yeah. So Netflix actually has a 3-part series. Yeah. They had a 3-part series on the whole Amber Heard trial. And I heard that, he got the tip of his finger cut off or whatever, but then they showed it. I'm like, dude, that is like a real injury.
Yeah,
like that is actually, holy crap.
I do remember seeing that.
Yeah. That was like nuts. I can't believe that was like,
it's like,
I think that was downplayed. And
that's what happens when someone throws like shattered. Like, did they throw like shattered glass at him, or she swung a shattered bottle,
a wine bottle or something? Yeah.
I think she threw like a fifth of vodka, like one of those heavy goose bottles, and it like smushed his finger between like the bottle and a wall or something. Ooh. And it broke. It looked like it like crushed like the tip of his finger. Like it was like exploded. It was
that looked really painful.
That's I saw last night on Disney or maybe on Plex, one or the other, the new Aquaman movies on there. My girlfriend was like, "Oh, you want to watch Aquaman?" And I'm like, "I stand with Johnny." Like we're not watching Amber Heard's in that fucking movie. She's the fucking I
my
literally
wife
won't watch it.
Watched it, and then I think it was after this show. I came downstairs and it was like almost over.
Yeah,
shockingly bad. Like. I'm a guy who enjoys big CGI fights. Like I'm the one guy left who still does. I saw the Aquaman CGI fights. It was terrible, super bad. It didn't even look like the actors. Like they could have hired me if they're going to CGI the people that much.
I want to add another prediction to this year because I think we all agreed that Deadpool 3 was going to be the biggest R-rated movie of all time after this year's up. I think it might be the movie of the year. I think it might be the biggest grossing movie of the year. I keep accidentally stumbling upon these little like behind the scenes clips and stuff. And it's like, oh my God, they've got so many cameos and guest stars in there.
Yeah.
I saw Walter White
in the movie.
That's what this movie's about.
Super interesting to me. I don't know.
How come you didn't like Star Wars when you're 33 years old? That's like the perfect age to think Episode 3 is like one of the best movies ever.
Yeah, I hate them all.
I don't dislike. I don't hate them. I don't really dislike them. It's just they don't really do it for me. Like
I don't like them. I genuinely dislike most.
What don't you like about them?
I think they're too childish. I also don't like Pirates of the Caribbean. Like
I love Pirates of the Caribbean.
I think they're kids movies. I'm just not into.
I mean,
it.
I haven't seen them since I was like in middle school and high school, but
I watched them 2 years ago.
Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one, I think, is sick because Jack Sparrow's fucking sick.
Yeah,
he literally carries this movie. He's so fucking good.
You know the two comedic relief pirates, the two goofy ones?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a scene in the first one where like one of them gets hit in the head with a frying pan and they make that cartoon frying pan noise sound effect. And when that happens, I was like, bullshit, I don't want to watch this shit. It was this fucking cartoon ass movie. Like if I want some slapstick, I'll go watch Leslie Nielsen do it for real. This is and look, I like Johnny Depp. But I don't care about Orlando Bloom or
no. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I didn't like Orlando Bloom in the movie. Didn't care for it. I mean, Pirates of the Caribbean.
I like the captain.
Yeah.
Who was the guy? The captain who played the Squid Man. He was like a big actor, but in Squid Face, he did a good job too.
I don't know who Squid.
I know.
Javier Bardem.
No,
wasn't he in one of them?
I don't think Keith Richards was. He was
Javier Bardem.
He wasn't in one of those movies. One of these.
I didn't think so.
No, it's the guy that kind of looks like him. I know who you're talking about.
The guy that looks like him. There's like two in my head that look like him.
Oh, Blame Truth, didn't you have a hoarding thing?
Yeah. I'll talk about that right when I find out who the fuck this is because it's gonna distract me the whole time.
Pirates of the Caribbean. It's not Johnny Depp. All right, one down.
No, it's
Keira Knightley. It's not her.
It's the guy. He's a big actor.
Jeffrey Rush.
Ian McShane. Ian McShane. That's it.
Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the guy from that cowboy show.
Wait, Javier Bardem's also in one.
Is he in one? I didn't know that.
Really?
Maybe he's wearing a lot of makeup.
I haven't
in
seen
the fifth Pirates installment.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah,
I
saw that Disney were like now that Johnny Depp was found. I don't know.
Not guilty.
It seems like everybody seems to think that he didn't do anything wrong. I saw Disney offered him like some sort of Pirates possible job, and he doesn't want it. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, me too. You know, can I tell you guys something really crazy?
Go for it.
And you might think I'm crazy for this, or you already do. I had a meeting. I got an email once from Johnny Depp's sister. Back when I was a big deal on YouTube, you know, I got an email from Johnny Depp's sister being like, "Oh, I work with Johnny Depp. He has like a production company, and anyways, he loves your show. And Johnny doesn't do meetings, but I do. I would love to meet you if that's good." So I made a plan to a date to go meet her in actually Johnny's office, like in his little office building. And so I go to the office building and I get there and it's just her. This is where I'm going to sound crazy. It's just her. I'm like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" And there's junk everywhere, like memorabilia. There's like a toilet seat signed by Sean Connery hung up. There's a million weird things. There's like Jack Sparrow shit. There's fucking a full Edward Scissorhands like costume thing there. There's like tons of shit and cool things and things to look at and paraphernalia that he kept, awards, whatever, trophy. There's a ton of things. There's like a crazy ass weird mirror. She's like, "Yeah, come check out Johnny's office. People love it. It's so cool." So we go in Johnny's office and it is really fucking cool. And there's like, it's like a fucking office and it's wooden. It looks like from a movie set, library. It's so crazy. And then she's like, "Come this way." And then like we push through a fake bookcase. Ooh, and end up in this like big ass cool room. It's like, this is like his like study hidden in his office. And there's like a crazy ass mirror there, whatever. And I just kind of like, I'm looking at everything and it's kind of like quiet. It's weird. I have a weird feeling. I've had a weird feeling the whole time I've been in here. It's just been weird.
Johnny Depp watching you from through like a painting with eyes cut out.
I'm getting a weird feeling just you telling the story.
Yes,
like
Kyle.
But Johnny's there.
It's spoiler alert. That's exactly what I felt. I didn't realize that yet, though. Johnny Depp is watching me.
What a powerful presence.
So I feel like I'm being watched. We're looking at a thing. I'm like, this is fucking cool. Whatever. This is chill. And there's like a mirror there again. And like, so then we go out of another secret door and we end back up in the same hall. Now we're back where we started, but we did a loop.
Okay.
So like, there's no like corner to this building. Like it goes around. And then we're sitting there talking. And this is the craziest thing is we're sitting there talking and there's like a wall behind me, like a corner, and it goes like that, a wall, and there's mirrors everywhere. And in this mirror, while she's talking behind her, in this mirror, it's reflecting to a mirror over there, which is reflecting to a mirror over there. So it's right there. So I'm not turning around and looking here, but I'm looking here through all the mirrors, and someone is sitting there against the wall. Like they're like, this is a wall here, and it turns. Someone is sitting there behind us, and they're facing that way. And I can kind of see the figure. They're sitting there. It's a man, and he's sitting there, and he's got like a jacket on, and he's got sunglasses on, and he's looking forward, not at us. And my brother, who was my business partner, he doesn't see him. We're not supposed to know he's there. He's over there sitting there as if he was 2 steps ahead of us or behind us as we got the tour of his place, watching through the mirrors in every single room, and then sat down in the back and like listened. Because like, how useful would the meeting be if Johnny Depp is taking you around this place? You would just be like,
Yeah.
You know, I'm retarded now. Like, you would be like, you wouldn't be able to focus, and he probably knows that through experience. So I think he was.
Was that lady really that fat in Gilbert Grape? Was that CGI?
I'm pretty sure he was watching us the entire time, and we did take the meeting with Johnny Depp. Well, he took it with us. We didn't take it with him.
Yeah,
but he had a meeting with us. We didn't have one with him.
No, that was
really
very
cool.
magnanimous of you to offer your time to Johnny like that.
Yeah. Kindness, really. Yeah.
So you think he was just sitting there creeping, trying to like hear little bits and pieces to get a
He
feel
heard
of
everything.
who you were?
No, I think he heard everything. He was in one room behind us every time, or
I
ahead
picture
of us
sitting
every
there.
time.
I picture him sitting there like Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget, just petting a cat. You know, like
Yeah,
watching
but like
Harley
he's
walk
like
around his fucking
over
studio.
there, and his back would be to us, but it's like a wall. Like he's like right around the wall, like right around the corner, like kind of like in a video game when you go up to the wall, like this. But he's sitting in a chair there, and he's just like sitting, not moving. He was so still. I was staring in the mirror, and I thought it was like a mannequin or something for a second.
Oh my
It
God.
moved a little bit.
Maybe it was. Maybe you saw something from a prop from one of his movies. Oh, and there's the figure from.
Yeah, there's my brother over there. He doesn't move much anymore.
No, that's really cool.
But I left and I said to my brother, I was like, yo, did you? And he's like, did I think that Johnny Depp was watching us the whole time? Yes. And I was like, okay. I was like, did you see the guy at the end? He's like, no, what guy? And I was like, when we left, there was a guy sitting there. He never came and introduced himself. And it was the only other person in the building. Anyways.
Yeah.
I watched. I'd never seen that movie Donnie Brasco. That has Johnny Depp in it until last
that's
night.
a great one.
Al Pacino.
That's a good one this week. That's a good one this week. You would enjoy that
last
this
night.
week.
Oh,
you watched it last night?
Last night I watched it. Yep.
Oh, sick.
I liked it. Donnie Brasco. Never seen it before. It was
Johnny Depp, that trial and shit. Men.
Man, just boys can't stop winning.
We are just betting a fucking thousand.
Dude, we won Woman of the Year this year.
Again?
We're like 2 out of the last 5, man. Right?
Ladies, you're going to step up your game.
Thank you.